Hello, my name is Brett Park, and in today's video, we have something really fun and fresh happening, y'all. We are doing a huge sketchbook tour of all these different sketchbooks, and we're gonna go over all the art pieces I've made in 2021. This is gonna take literally forever, so let's get started. This is the very first sketchbook we're gonna go over. It's the Lecturum 1917, I believe. It's a German sketchbook. The first page, a classic, Your Mom. You'll probably see this a lot, actually, in my sketchbooks. Yeah. Just a disclaimer, I'm gonna flip through the first 3 sketchbooks pretty quick because I've actually shown them on my channel before, so we're gonna get into it. A little speed round, you know? A little observational drawing. Cute. Depression. Stop Asian Hate Movement. I actually really love this style and I was gonna explore it later, but I don't have time for that anymore, so maybe in the future, but right now, it's on pause. Turns out I did see a lot of frat guys at USC, and they did in fact wear their hat backwards. So, yeah. These were all Pinterest references. Another observational drawing. Death, death, death. I'm literally so dramatic, but at the same time, I don't think there's that much drama in death, and so am I really dramatic? That made no sense. Moving on. Your Mom. I don't know why I keep saying that. And by the way, I get all my references on Pinterest, so if you're looking for these photos, you can just hop on the website or you can follow me here. I don't really do much on Pinterest, but some people ask for it, so here it is. This was supposed to be Billie Eilish, but we're gonna skip it. We're skipping it. These are my favorite 2 drawings in the whole sketchbook. It's SZA and Doja from Kiss Me More, so good. Ugh, that was an iconic video and I'm so happy they got nominated for that. Here I was just doing some figure studies, just working through it. A and B, doing some math, variables. Really cute, really fun and fresh. Oh yes, and the references are from Art Rocket. Here's my very professional critique on capitalism. What is that? Fuck capitalism. Join the rebellion. Burn money and something. I think this is one of the very first pieces that I started experimenting with perspective a bit, and you'll see later in my newer sketchbooks that playing with perspective is a pretty common theme. More experimentation with perspective. Some fun pen studies. I was so done with the sketchbook and I wanted to fill it up really quick, and so I just started cutting out old pieces and pasting them in. So this is literally like not even part of the sketchbook. I kind of cheated there. Billie Eilish and Happier Than Ever. I really want to redraw this and see how much I improve, but this is just like a simple sketch, so. And now for the iconic waterfall cards. If you want to see a tutorial, I posted one earlier, you can check that video out. People on TikTok literally ate this up. Don't really know why. I think it's cute. Like, why can't it be a little cute moment? A cute era for me. This is a window I cut out, and so it puts kind of makeup on the person. Is that an interesting concept? We shall see. Ooh, and then I have this pop-up. It's a little pop-up card, and the tutorial for this is also in the waterfall cards video, so y'all can check it out or not, totally fine. Steven Universe, iconic. I was obsessed with Steven Universe for a hot sec. Like, re-obsessed with it this year. That was like my summer. It was a solid summer. More pop-up cards. This is a bit creepier because there's just faces everywhere. Faces everywhere, babe. More Steven Universe. This is Blue Diamond holding me, I guess. And the very last page, y'all, is Booksmart. I was just watching that movie and I was obsessed. One sketchbook down, 4 more to go. This was the next sketchbook I did right after, so let's open it up, y'all. And these next 2 sketchbooks were actually what I completed when I moved down to LA for the summer, so we're gonna go through that real quick. Welcome. I actually hate this page a lot. Yeah, it'd be like that. Cute little acrylic. I really want to do more acrylic in my sketchbooks. I just need to find like the time to actually get out my paints. I think it's fun to include like that pop of color every now and then. Some pen figure study references. Look at these dogs and the blind contours. A fave. This is my favorite one. It took literally 45 minutes, but I personally love how this turned out, especially with the shadows. And throughout this video, you'll also notice that I am fine like complimenting what I do. I love self-deprecation, it's good and fun, but sometimes I think it's also refreshing to see artists kind of just be confident in their work. And so I just want to say that just so y'all make sure like I'm not trying to be like arrogant or anything, but I'm just trying to be honest. Like if I like a page, I'm gonna say I like it. I hope that's okay. Yeah, moving on. Oof, these are stiff. Protect others. Mask. Yeah. This character pops up every now and then, and I'm not sure what exactly it is, but it's not good. Allegedly. Some self-portraits of moi. Yeah, not too sure about it. I actually really like what's happening with this shadow here. The shadows on the reference photo were so strong and I was just obsessed. It really helped me to see reference photos of strong shadows, so I was able to understand the form of a face. And so this reference photo in particular, I remember really helping me. Dennis Sarrazin's work is iconic, stunning, the house, boots, down, Houston, I'm deceased, etc. So good. His work is so good. It's insane. And so I tried to do my own stylized version of it. And I still love this page. And sadly, it did take literally 2 hours to do. I love the color scheme here. It's giving warmth, it's giving positive energy. Yeah. These are some people I saw in the park. This old man was literally just staring at the ground. Maybe if he slept like for 2 or 3 minutes longer, I would have called DPS. I would have called 911. But then he got up. I thought he was dead, but he wasn't. This was supposed to be Lord. Is it Lord? Babes, no. Did I try to do Lord? Yeah. Wait, this is kind of cute. Okay, past me. I don't know what this is. Do not look at it, babes. Like, do not know what that is. Some soup. Gotta love soup. Soup is good. Soup is so good. No parking. Wait, that's kind of sad. Oop. Okay, second sketchbook done and over with. And now for the third one. A Math Sorgi sticker on a blue sketchbook. Look at me doing some complimentary colors. Yup. Quick story time. I posted this comic on my webcomic account, and the pun was that these complimentary colors were giving each other compliments. But then you go to the comment section, girl, and everyone's like, these are not complimentary colors, these are not complimentary colors. I thought it looked orange enough. People thought it looked yellow for some reason. Anyways, instead of saying, oh my god, yeah, I could have picked a more orangey color, I literally said, I am colorblind. I'm colorblind, babes. I said that. I literally defended myself by faking colorblindness. It was my Logan Paul era. It really was. It really was like that. And so to the colorblind community, I'm so sorry. I apologize for that. But let's get back to the sketchbook tours. Your mom, again. And there's a lot of detailing in this like ramen era. I try to build a world of ramen, and so it's me just swimming in ramen. This is actually kind of happy. Okay, my Billie Eilish sophomore album era. Happier than ever. Like that was the joke. Not sure if that like came through. Okay. Experimenting with some typography. Some faces. This is when I did the 100 face challenge. And so there's just a bunch of faces, like everywhere. Some fun pencil sketches, very cute. Actually, this page is kind of aesthetic. It's a bit aesthetic. I really want to make Prince of like this ramen boy thing because I think that could be like a fun character. Coming soon. This was me manifesting 10K on YouTube before summer ends. I was trying to be on like that content grind. I was like posting twice a week. It was a lot. And spoiler alert, you can probably see, did not hit 10K. And that's okay, y'all. I feel like everyone who talks about manifesting always talks about their success stories being like, I manifested getting into this college, I manifested this and that. And sometimes we don't see the people who failed when they try to manifest. And this is me, failing to meet this manifestation. And I've used failing in a very loose term, like not bad or anything. But I didn't like get to that goal. But I think that's okay. Like I'm very happy with where I am right now. But I think it's just funny how people never talk about their manifestations that didn't go as planned. So I thought that'd be fun to talk about. I actually made this into a full-on piece and you can see it here. Kind of insane, like literally insane, but my art class really liked it. The one critique I did get was scale. I did it on like a 16, I think, by 20-inch canvas, so it's pretty small, and they wanted me to like blow it up and do it like huge. So we'll see if I keep exploring that theme, but it was kind of dark, so maybe not in the near future, especially with the holiday season, but one day. I think this bear is so cute. I just love the little scratchy lines of like the colored pencil and how that ties into the bear's fur. I should really play around with that more. These are a sketch of my feet. For more content like this, you can subscribe to my OnlyFans right here. I'm joking, but honestly with college tuition increasing every year, maybe I won't be joking pretty soon. Updates on that later. Oop. you can low-key see the improvement from this Billie Eilish and the one before. You can kind of already see the improvement from my first sketchbook to now, which is pretty cool. Luca, oh my god, the best, so good. I rewatched it for the 4th time last week. Amazing, incredible. I bawl my eyes out every single time at the end. And so if you haven't seen Luca, what are you doing? Oh, what are you doing? You gotta watch it. So good, so good. And that is the end of the sketchbook, y'all. Whew. The last 2 sketchbooks are what I did in this past semester of art school, so we're gonna get into that right now. Exciting stuff, never before seen sketchbooks, so let's just hop right in. This is my flight into LA for first semester, said goodbye to my family, all of that jazz, and I just drew people in the airport to calm myself down, so the drawings definitely helped. This page is a bit cray-cray. It's a lot, and that's okay. I said kill me, did I mean it? At that time, in the instantaneous moment when I wrote it, I probably did mean it. But do I mean it now? No. And that's called progress. That's called mental health. These are some observational drawings that I did in the USC Village. That's my safe space to just draw people hanging out. You'll see a lot of random notes like this in my future sketchbooks because I have to take notes in art class about what art means, how to critique art, notes on other people's art in the class, notes on my own critiques, and etc. And so there's a lot more writing than you'd expect in an art class. These are some preliminary sketches that I did for an art piece in class. This is the final piece. I believe this was a 2 feet by 5 foot long banner, and we were just given the raw canvas. So I decided to paint it with washes of acrylic, and so I got this kind of cool watercolory but acrylic cartoony effect that I really liked. And in the end, I did pick a similar composition to this one, but I rendered it out a bit more to be a bit more realistic, but really not. These are my friends Matthew and Cindy. I was just drawing them, going away. These are some people that I sketched when I went to the Rose Bowl flea market. And the people who go to these flea markets range in all sorts of things. You have the alt people, you have some older people, you have young people, babies, it's insane. And so I just drew some of the interesting people that I saw there. These were not actually observation, these were photos that I took and then I rendered it after. These are some sketches for the puffer jacket that I made. This was the final piece. The prompt was to create a piece of armor out of cardboard, and so I just made this. I thought it was fun and fresh, and here are some ideas that I ran through when I was thinking about the prompt. Was obviously thinking about the puffer jacket first, and I thought about bones on the outside, representing like fragility and how I feel exposed in certain ways. But that didn't really work out, so I just went with the puffer jacket. It's really beneficial, at least for me, to think about all the different ways to address the prompt, and then pick your favorite one or the one you most gravitate towards. This is some Korean imagery that I was thinking about putting on the puffer jacket, but I never got the chance to because we weren't allowed to use paint. In the future, I do plan to make more garments or just experiment more with fashion that includes and incorporates Korean culture and symbols. But even though I didn't use it for the puffer jacket piece specifically, I'll always have like these sketchbooks and ideas to look back on and think of new projects with. So maybe going forward, I will include a symbol of a tiger. And so I do think it's really fun and cool to have all these different sketchbooks and to reflect on them each time, because right now I'm just thinking of like different ways to incorporate these symbols in future works. Triggered. No. Cannot deal with math. Cannot deal with math right now. This is another sketch I did of the piece that I showed earlier. But again, you can see how even now, in the middle of the semester, I referred back to a sketch I made in the summer for the piece that I made. And so, again, always good to draw in your sketchbooks and just keep that record and make sure you have your sketchbooks in a place that's on ready, on hand, so you can always refer back to them for new ideas. These are some observational sketches I did when I went to a museum. That was fun and fresh. A little fun and fresh moment. I actually love the shading on this. These took literally 2 hours to make. I don't know why this sketch took 2 hours, but I just love the way I rendered the pants here and how scratchy all the marks are. I think I do need to go back to this style. Oh, and the foot here. I kind of did something there. Yeah. Here's a little warped perspective of someone in the park. And every now and then when I do observational sketches, I write a little note telling myself what happened that day. So apparently, it was cold. I was wearing an oversized sweatshirt with a bear that says a hug. And I was at the USC Village, and I was listening to Lana's Blue Banisters, and specifically Dealer and Thunder. I like can't get over Blue Banisters. If it doesn't get nominated for a Grammy like the next round, I'm gonna be pissed. Because that album is just like so above and beyond Chemtrails. Like I did not like Chemtrails that much, but Blue Banisters just hit different. And Lana just belting, like, oh, so good, so good. And that is the end of the sketchbook. Oh my god, I've been filming, I've been filming for over an hour, y'all, and we are finally on the very last sketchbook, so let's just hop right into it. On the very first page, we have an abstracted human figure that's kind of walking in a very weird and kind of interesting way. Not really sure how to describe it. I just kind of fucked with the pose. I thought it was a really cool pose. And for this figure and a lot of the other figures coming up, I blur out this certain area that is typically gendered in our society, just as a commentary that gender isn't real and that what's between your legs and etc. physically is not who you are gender-wise, because gender is a literal social construct. And that was just kind of the commentary I was going with in these next couple pages. Which is why I blurred out this specific part, because it should not matter. You're human, you're human. Okay, got it, good. More figures interacting, and these are some notes that I had in my art class. This page was just a huge brainstorm for a prompt that we had to address, and the prompt was, what is a cultural movement that is specific to your generation, so Generation Z, and to make a piece reflecting upon that. So I was thinking about Born This Way, the music video, Lady Gaga's iconic meat dress. To me also, Lil Nas X video was also a cultural reset in a way, because it was the first time there's just blatant queerness on a screen that was being celebrated, and obviously critiquing religion and its constraints on the human expression. However, in the end, I did stray away from all of this, and I went towards gender fluidity and that as a social construct, because I think at the center of like oppression for sexuality comes the problem of gender, like two different genders liking each other, two people of the same gender liking each other. A lot of it stems from our ideas about gender, and that to me was something I wanted to pinpoint and talk about in my pieces. So in the end, I made this piece. I didn't love the execution of it. It was not my favorite piece. I actually didn't like it that much, but I tried, and that's what matters. I'm probably gonna get an A in that class. If I don't get an A in that class, I'm gonna cry. These figure references were actually from the photographer Ren Hong. If you're into sexuality, exploration of the human body, Ren Hong's photography is insane, beyond good. He's one of the most like celebrated photographers, so you probably know who Ren Hong is. I did not know before this project, but after exploring his work, I am obsessed. Obsessed. This is my calendar that got through my finals week, and we'll see how my grades turn back in the end, but this calendar really helped me organize my thoughts and such. And these were notes from my critique when I presented this piece. I titled it My Endymion. That piece was about kind of death and idealizing not existing anymore. Yeah, that's I think the first I want to go into it right now because I'm feeling kind of happy. I'm in a bit of a good mood and I don't want to ruin it by thinking about that. So we're gonna move on, but that was essentially what the piece was about. Here's some more sketches of that gender fluidity piece, or more like androgyny kind of mixing of symbols. More nude people, yup. Here's a puffer jacket sticker. I made stickers and prints of my puffer jacket that I'm gonna sell, and so I'm really happy to release all that soon. Literally soon, like ASAP. Look how cute it is. It's kind of cute. So you can purchase it very soon. These are some more sketches, and these are specifically notes I made on International Art English, which is mainly about how the vernacular and the way we talk about art in like the art world is hierarchical, and the elites of society are starting to invent new ways to talk about art. That it's a very interesting take on how diction and language is able to separate people into different echelons of society, and how the elites are coming up with different ways to talk about art so they're able to separate themselves from the rest of society to make sure they are above and beyond. More random sketches. Yup. These are some friends that I drew. Really cute. Some laser beams. Hate this. Never doing color pencil ever again in my life. Observational drawing. Pinterest reference photos of that interesting perspective here. These are all Pinterest reference photos. Just pen, some simple micron pen stuff. I'm actually obsessed with what's happening in this moment right here. I just think that perspective, the energy in the lines, and again, the blurring of a gendered space in the body is just a very interesting concept to me that I really want to do as a full painting later. And if you're looking for more pieces about sexuality, gender, and just the human figure, I really recommend Christina Quarles' work. Here's Quarles' work right here. Amazing, incredible, would highly check that out. More random tings, more random tings. You can kind of see how my figures and sketches is like dramatically better than before. Like I don't think I would have been able to do these action poses at the start of the year, but here I am, sketching it out in my sketchbook. Yup. I actually posted this on my TikTok of like how to draw in perspective, and the model literally saw the TikTok and was like, oh my gosh, that's me. So cool, what a weird moment. It was fun though, it was fun. Some hand studies, more figure stuff, random figure scribbles, scribble, scribble, scribble. A little fisheye perspective moment. And these are some drawings I did literally yesterday in the airport on my way back home. And this is literally what I did in the airport yesterday with people watching me while I watch other people. The circle of life. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it was a super long one, but I hope you guys had fun while watching it. If you like this video, like the video, and if you have a fun comment, critique, or joke to share, comment it down below. And if you like me, my art, or want to follow my journey as an art student in LA, you can subscribe. It's a fun time here. And with all that being said, I think that's the end of the video, y'all. That's the end of the video.